Hello, everyone. Welcome into post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas. This is John Kincade. Normal post-show headlines today because the Eagles don't play tomorrow or tonight or whatever. So normal post-show headlines where we did the work and came up with the topics.
Tomorrow is listener questions. I am not telling Andrew the topic. I can't wait.
I just have to deal with it.
I can't wait for the 5 questions tomorrow. It's really interesting.
Honestly, I think out of everything we do from 6 a.m., from 5 a.m., when the alarm goes off at 4 a.m. until the time we're done post-show headlines, the listener sent in question days are my finest work because I don't know anything that's coming my way.
And it's fun. Tomorrow is fun.
Yes.
Tomorrow's really, really fun stuff. And there's some really interesting questions for both of us. And let's say some of it our wives may not want to listen to.
Well, they don't listen to them anyway.
They don't listen to us at home.
All right, post-show headlines, 5 topics, 2 minutes apiece, then we get the hell out of here. All right, number 1, I want to start with the Phillies bullpen because we had an interesting conversation today. You tried making me feel better about the Phillies. I appreciate your services. One of the things that you did was you brought up previous World Series champions that didn't really have the best starting rotation. But then
in fact, they didn't have close to what the Phillies had.
But then I pointed out their bullpens. And all of their bullpens, worlds better than what the Phillies have. Even with Duran, the rest of the arms better than what the Phillies have as a collective unit. So
did they have anything better than Duran, though?
Trinan last year was unhittable.
He was awesome last year. He was.
Some of the guys on the Stros in 2022 were unhittable. Duran might be the best individual, but that's 1 inning.
Okay, I got you.
Versus 3, 4, who knows?
I get you.
So let me ask you your level of confidence. I have Robertson / Banks because of matchup-wise, that could be your 7th inning guy. Strom / Kerkering because of matchup-wise, that could be your 8th inning guy. And then Duran. If it's a 1 lead ball game, 2 lead ball game, or maybe you're down a run and you need them to hold that spot so that the lineup can do something in the bottom 7, 8, 9th innings, where is your level of confidence that Robertson / Banks to Strom / Kerkering to then Duran, that you think that lead will stay intact or the game will stay close?
6.5.
Okay, that's a decent number.
6.5.
Yeah, that's not like you're not telling me 10.
No, I'm not telling you 10.
You're not saying 2, which
and
it
I'm not saying
2 either. Yeah,
and I am actually saying a little more than a coin flip, and it's mainly because of Robertson, Kerkering, and Duran.
More so than Banks Strom.
Yeah, correct. And I think Strom is one of those ones. The answer that Romano received from his manager is actually the answer that I think you would give about Strom this year.
Yeah.
If I heard that about Strom,
you'd be okay with it.
Strom has been a guy who most of the time I've been okay with Strom.
Yeah, he's been scuffling because of the amount of innings. Like now that Alvarado's back, that's going to help Strom for October.
Let Strom calm down a little bit. Don't give him as much.
Now, if I added Alvarado in this mix, you'd say maybe an 8. But unfortunately,
he's not going to be there.
He's not eligible for the playoffs.
But it was whatever it was.
What's question
something like
2?
That. Hey, do you want the NL East race to be over quickly? We talked about this in a way before the Wheeler injury about teams having like a little bit of a lull, and then you were like, "Well, I really sort of remember you're never going to have that lull because you're going to have that push towards winning the division." But I got thinking about this with the Phillies. I don't want this team ever having a lack of urgency.
Right.
Because I worry about the Phillies being a team that just sort of loses their way. Like the kid picking daffodils in the outfield or dandelions.
T-ball
in the outfield.
And
machine
pitch.
Like I think if the Phillies were to clinch the division with 10 days to go, I don't trust Topper to go overboard in giving people rest. And I could see one of the top seeds slipping away.
Right.
Or home field in the divisional series. Like I just don't like it. I don't like what it is if it sets up that way.
Yeah. Again, what we talked about the last time we sort of had this sort of conversation
before Wheeler.
Look, the bye weeks still matter, I think, and I would imagine that a team would want the first round bye.
Do you think that's out the window now that Wheeler's gone?
I don't think it's out the window
because you're 1 game ahead of the Dodgers for it right now.
Yeah.
We have 36 games left.
You're definitely still in the mix. I wouldn't
36 games left, the Dodgers, and you got 3 at Chavez Ravine coming up.
Yeah, that'll be a big series.
Man, it's going to be big.
So, no, I don't need them to lock it up, but like I would prefer it because I want to have the home field and I don't want to be sweating about it toward the end.
Right. Yeah, you don't want that.
But I get what you're saying, the urgency thing.
Look at what
they've done.
I'm just worried about them.
Look what they've done the last couple of games. The Wheeler news comes out. You could have either sunk or you could have said, all right, let's go, boys.
No, they've actually
and
lifted it.
They played really well.
3 games. The bats have been wild since the Wheeler news.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, look what happened.
All right, what's question 3?
Question number 3. I have
a
a perplexing question for everybody in the audience, and Andrew's got to make the decision. I'm giving you 3 quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels,
okay,
CJ Stroud,
okay,
and Caleb Williams. And this comes off of the CJ Stroud getting such love from the ESPN list, was it this morning that we did? About the next 5 years, who is most in position to win a Super Bowl?
Yes, next 5 years, they ranked 32-1. Teams best in position to win. Eagles were number 1. Texans were 2, which is surprising.
I'm asking you to look at CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, and Jayden Daniels for their entire careers.
Yeah.
From the day they start from now to the day they end. Who do you think at the end we're just going to say, hands down, that guy had the best career?
All right, so I'm basing this off of what I know so far. All right, I'm not just going to project based off of what I believed in college.
Well, I'm asking you to project a little bit, but it's okay.
So I will go Daniels, Stroud, Williams. And the reason why I have that, Jayden Daniels, you don't play, like, the reason why everybody was in love with CJ Stroud was because he had a good rookie year.
Sure.
Jayden Daniels had an elite rookie year. If he played that well, I don't see do I expect maybe a comeback down to earth this year? Sure, but that comeback down to earth could still be
10 wins.
Yeah, and a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And he did that with less, right? Like, they had to acquire Laramie Tunsil because the offensive line was really not that great. So Jayden Daniels, number 1. The reason why I go Stroud 2 is I have to project that at some point the Texans will have a real offensive line in front of them.
Is it a tight race?
Between what?
Stroud and Daniels?
Yeah, I think CJ Stroud's good still.
So you think the two of them, like, for their careers, when they're heading to like 30,
we'll
be talking about it being
be tight. But CJ Stroud does not have an offensive line. And this offseason, when sometimes it's easy to tell what you need to do, they traded away their best offensive lineman in Laramie Tunsil. I know he had the most penalties and all that kind of stuff, but he was still the best player on that line. So think about it. The Texans had one of the worst offensive lines in football last year. Is that CJ Stroud's fault? No. And what they did was they traded away their best of the worst. It's like the Bengals not wanting to keep Trey Hendrickson. You had the worst defensive team in football last year, and you're now going to get rid of the best player that you had. So if Stroud never gets an offensive line, then I don't know if we'll ever really know who he is. The reason why I have Caleb Williams last is just because there's too many red flags for me to say he's number 1.
This is going to be weird for you, though. I actually think I sort of like what the Bears are building.
Yeah, they build brand new offensive line.
I really like what they're building and everything like that. Could he benefit from that? If I said to you right now, do you think that Jayden Daniels will have a better career when it's all said and done? People will talk about his career being better than Donovan McNabb's. Gut instinct.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because he'll have receivers.
Okay. Yeah, it could work. That's the truth.
Oh, well, unless they trade Terry McLaurin.
That's the truth, exactly.
All right, what's question 4?
All right, question 4. There is obviously, we're in the deadline now. It's like coming into Sunday. Sunday, SEPTA, they're having this showdown in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Where SEPTA may be ending train lines, ending bus lines and everything. I personally am going to tell you right now, I do not believe this is ever happening. I think this is theater. I think this is political theater, and I think they're playing chicken with each other. And I do not believe that politicians are ever going to let this happen.
Sure.
That's just me saying it. How often do you use public transportation like that? Now, you're a Jersey guy, too.
Right.
So I'm including Jersey. How often do you use it, and how often do you enjoy public transportation? I personally, I love trains, as I've told you. I like taking public transportation. I love taking regional rail. I love getting on. I don't have any problem getting on a bus. Like I enjoy public transportation, and I have friends of mine who think I'm absolutely nuts.
Yeah. So I don't really take it much at all anymore
because of where you're located.
Because where I live. But
okay.
When I lived in Manayunk, I was on that train probably 4 days a week.
And you're fine with it. You liked it.
I loved it.
Was it train or trolley?
Train.
It was train. Okay. So
yeah.
It was
the Manayunk Norristown line.
Okay, Manayunk Norristown.
And then I would take it to Jefferson Street Station, and then I get onto the Broad Street line and get to the ballpark. Because during the summer, my wife used to work nights as a nurse.
Sure.
So I had to, what do? So I would go to I had the Phillies credential.
Sure.
I was there.
Right,
I was there all the
absolutely.
time.
Right.
Weekends, we would go to the city.
Why not? Yeah.
If we weren't perusing around Manayunk within itself, which was, we did that a lot too.
So much fun.
I loved it. And when I was at Temple, I used to work at the Applebee's in Center City. I was on that thing 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So I am for public transit. I'm for expanding public transit, not removing from public transit.
I think we got little chance of that happening though now. It seems like they don't have any respect for it. Both sides, by the way, both political parties. It's not politics.
And that's
it's just the two of them are just.
That's something I don't get. Like, not just game days. The amount of people that use it on a daily basis for work. Like,
oh my gosh,
I had a car at Temple, but did I want to drive into Center City 6 days a week for my $2 an hour waiting job?
Why would you?
I didn't want that.
You were a lousy waiter, by the way. I heard.
I was pretty bad. I used the first day excuse for a solid month until I had a repeat customer.
There you go.
And I couldn't use that anymore.
Then you're in trouble.
All right, last one. Our man Will is here. Will's right here. He's watching post-show headlines as we speak.
And he's contemplating now being an architect. After watching us work this morning.
I asked Will today what he wants to do. And his interest right now is sports photography or anything in sports. But photography, number one still, Will?
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Okay.
It's a new thing.
So something like that.
For you, think back to when, I'm not saying when you were 6, going, I want to be a firefighter, like my son says every single day, and then it changes to police officer, then cop, helicopter pilot. What did you want to do when you were like 16 years old, when you're thinking about college?
I wanted to be a sportscaster on television.
Okay.
And remember that when I was a freshman in high school, 8th grader, ESPN premiered.
Okay.
I wanted to be a SportsCenter anchor.
Yeah.
I thought TV was it until I got to Temple University and I did radio. And I would have my TV classes and I would have my radio classes. And like radio stuff, and I would work at the radio station and I fell in love with radio.
Yeah.
I just felt what we do each day to be able to come in and now I'm a little dressed today to go to the Phillies. But the way we come in each day to be able to just be relaxed.
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter. To be able to be relaxed, to be able to just perform in any way we want, to talk, to just have conversations, to talk with listeners is so much better than to me having 3 minutes on the news, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Like, to me, what used to be TV is not the same.
Right.
So to me, I fell in love with radio, so it changed.
Yeah. Shockingly, I wanted sports too, play-by-play I wanted to do.
Right. See, I never wanted to do that.
Oh, I wanted to, but I had no ambition, so I never really tried to get into it.
What if it would have been basketball?
Basketball or baseball, yeah. Because I did basketball. I did basketball in high school.
So it would have been basketball or baseball.
Yeah.
Basketball first, baseball second.
Mm-hmm. And basketball, we aired it on the local cable network when I did my play-by-play for Clearview Pioneers basketball, both men's and women's.
I have 2 games as a NHL analyst due to a death in the family.
Oh God!
Someone having to do play-by-play, and I had to step in from being the sideline reporter, pregame, postgame host on television, everything, to being a color analyst on an NHL broadcast. I got to do that twice.
How about that?
And I loved being on a broadcast.
Johnny Clement.
I loved getting to do a broadcast, but I'm very much against someone like Andrew or me or whatever being an analyst.
Yes, I completely agree.
I only want X players to be analysts.
Yeah, I completely.
But it was a fill-in type of situation.
Yeah, well,
and we did it, and it was good.
You had to do what you had to do. My other thing. Well, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do, but I was 18 and I went to Lithuania. I almost packed my bags.
Really? You did? You thought about it?
I didn't know what I was doing. The sports radio thing just happened.
And you thought about going to Lithuania?
Full time.
And to do what?
I don't know. Figure it
out.
What
would you have done?
Farming.
I used to do the bridal and prom shows up in King of Prussia and stuff like that.
See?
And then in the bridal shows, even after I got out of Temple and everything like that, I could have been Zoolander back in the day. You never know. Pose for the camera.
Well, that's
Vogue. No, I didn't think so. I was too small.
That might be the last episode
of Post
Show Headlines.
You got to be taller. You had to be taller.
All right. Tomorrow, listener sent in questions. Again, I'm blindsided by everything that comes in my way.
You're going to be blindsided tomorrow. How about this? The most outrageous listener sent in questions ever.
Wow.
That is all I will tell you. It's going to be fun. Some of the questions a bit outrageous and fun. So prepare Christy. I've already told Christina to be prepared.
Christy's not going to watch. Everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
See you, Will.
Hey, guys. Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And, of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.